how you create power. So one of the viewers on this channel asked a question, and they were confusing the straight blast with the straight lead. Bruce Lee's straight blast and Bruce Lee's straight lead. Straight blast also being known as a chain punch. So I'm going to explain, basically from the best of my ability, the difference between these two concepts and principles, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'm going to start with the chain punch. A little bit easier for me to show that without moving the camera. So that's why I'm going to do that first. Okay, so a chain punch or straight blast is basically hitting, boom, right, and then coming over the top and hitting. So I'm going to do it slow. Now there are different ways you can do this. The idea behind this style of chain punch, and you're going to move forward, but for the camera, I'm going to stand here for a second, is we want to hit, and we want to come over and hit, come over and hit, come over and hit, come over and hit. And what we're doing is we're removing a barrier, and we're hitting. And we're not going to, as I've said in other videos, Seigan Taki Kimura, who I learned this from originally in a seminar, he said, power doesn't come from your shoulders, it comes here. And we'd call this maybe, like in Japanese, I think they use like tanden or whatever. And you're gonna be compressing. Right? So, and this is how you create power. It's not this, it's and you're creating a kind of a compression to make these hits. You're going to move forward. So I'm going to try as I move forward to stay in camera. And it's right forward pressure. So we're creating forward pressure, and this is also, we're kind of close in, right? We're right in boxing range, right in trapping range, basically even in grappling range as we do this, as we make this hit or series of hits. Okay, so I tried to get my feet and my head in the same shot here. So from the Baijong stance, as a modern style Baijong, right? We're gonna have, right, we're kind of squaring up, hands in front, almost like boxing. This is the straight lead. We're going to have our heel up. Although in actual practical application, the heel isn't going to be up as high. This is exaggerated for training. And just like in traditional martial arts, you tend to exaggerate movements that are kind of compressed and condensed later on. So here we go, we have this heel up. And we're going to stand right side forward, typically strong side forward. If you're left-handed, you'd be left side forward. You can do this both sides. Guru Inasanto, or Sifu Inasanto, talks about educating both sides. But traditionally, what Bruce Lee was doing at the time was he would have his right side forward. He'd have his elbow down to protect his liver, I believe. Have his hand up so he can protect himself. And then, just like in fencing, just gonna come in and come in like with the foil. Except what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit and we're gonna move forward and we're gonna bridge the gap. Right? We're gonna bridge that gap between our opponent and the space in between. We're gonna make that hit. And we can even go backwards too. If we needed to. But traditionally, straight blast comes forward. And that's why, typically what you see in JKD, you strong side forward, you come in, throw a kick, bridge the gap, make a series of a combination, right? And then a kick as the person retreats. We come in, we make that hit, boom, come in, make that hit, 3, 4, and then we kick on the way out. And of course, Bruce Lee was doing that after his fight with Juan Jacquemin, so that you didn't have to chase him around. Juan Jacquemin was fighting like an offensive fighter, so he was moving. And at the time, Bruce Lee didn't have his cardio up, right? So he devised this concept that you will see where for a kick, you throw some sort of combo, and you kick him on the way out. And that makes it a little bit more efficient. Now, this is fighting, not really self-defense, because if you come in and throw that kick first, then you're going to be seen as the aggressor. So you may or may not be able to do that in a real life situation. Again, I'm not a lawyer. You're going to have to look at things like that. But if you are throwing hits, whatever style of hits you're throwing, as the guy moves back, you could continue and kick. Whether that legally that's the best thing or not, you're going to have to decide that for yourself. But of course, you know, it's always better to stay out of fights, right? So study this stuff for the art and for the fun of it. Now, what did you think of this video? Let me know in the comments. You can like the video if you like it, and you can share it around if you want. I'd be very happy for you to subscribe to the channel if you're into martial arts, and follow my journey as I'm training in Kali, doing some modern harness, Ranis, and JKD. I've also had a background, or Jeet Kune Do. I've also had a background in Taekwondo Murukwon, also known as Tung Sudo, and some Jiu-Jitsu and Aiki Jiu-Jitsu. If you're really into martial arts, you want to subscribe to this channel. It's going to be a good time. I'd like to see you there. Click like, subscribe, all that stuff. And what I always say at the end, and I hope you stayed to the end, and if you did, you're elite. No matter what you do, just keep training. And I'll see you on the next video. So, here's my cat. So, they're coming for me. They're coming for me.